but not now. So sorry that I don't say anything, I'm just staring. I have just been dealing with a lot of suicidal ideation, and it's just, it has been tough, and I'm trying to express myself, like the emotion. So now I got the voice again, saying that I'm ugly, and I think it's really ugly and nasty to pinpoint that all the time. Is that a word you can use? I hope so. But to point that out all the time. So yes, sure, it might be a reason that I was ugly, and I have been thinking about ugly people because let's just be honest. There are physically unattractive people out there, like ugly people, like looks that are ugly, and my looks might go into that category, but it's still ugly to say I'm ugly, and it's still like ugly to point that out continuously. And it's like it's like I wouldn't understand it myself, like, you know, like it's just sometimes your ego has to go another way around things. And that's exactly what's going on here with me. Like it's hard for me to digest that, you know, like it takes some time. But yes, I forgot what I was talking about. My loneliness, perhaps. That I've been alone a lot, and it has been tough for me to be alone. And it can be a great experiment for like what happens to a human being when they're alone for a long time. And it seems like people don't care, like they really don't care, but at least I care, and maybe someone else cares. So they're watching this, somebody could care possibly. And I'm trying to make these videos like watchable and not like, you know, wasting your time. But it's hard when you emotionally you're like locked, and it's hard for you to express yourself and to get the words to come out. And yes, I'm trying to get the little edits, so not as much editing. So I'm focusing here and trying my best. It's not easy when you're not. Oh yeah, I was talking about that. It's not easy being unattractive and being ugly, and I have been thinking that about some people, that they're ugly and that they don't look good. And let me just tell you about that. So the dating scene, as with these looks, like I don't use makeup, but like I can take my glasses away when I talk about this. So just showing my features. But yes, I have had like people getting close to me that don't look that good sometimes, and I have been disgusted, and like it has felt like repulsive. Is that a word? Like I have been repulsed? No. I have been disgusted, like, you know, like, oh, like when these people, men, have got close to me. And that wasn't me before, by the way, but it has happened now when I have more self-esteem. So I took everything as a compliment when I was younger, and there was a man that was maybe repulsive to certain people, like to some people. Is that a word? Like, so people been like, you know, thinking this man is ugly, and I was thinking that it was a compliment, that he wanted to get to know me, and that he wanted to send me an email, and not an email, but like Facebook message, and then it came to my email. So I was thinking it was a compliment, during back those days. But now when somebody that's unattractive that gets close to me, I get like, ugh, I don't even want to talk to you because I don't want you to think that we're more than this. You know, that thing. That's how you know you're dealing with somebody unattractive. And I think that is the problem here. So when you're unattractive, it's not just about the looks, it's about you. This is you. You are you. It makes us so much like our looks. So when we don't want somebody to think more of the situation that we're dealing with, like you don't want them to think that you're romantically interested in them, or you don't want any romantic interest from them, even that is repulsive for you, like their thoughts and emotions towards you, like that they are attracted to you, or if you get to notice that they're attracted to you, that they're like interested in you in that way, more ways, then you can get so disgusted and like, oh, so you don't want to deal with that person at all. And that's what I noticed happened to me. So there are ugly people out there. If let's be honest here for real, for once, and then like be more nice another day. So this is safe now to be here completely 100% honest. And we don't we don't um we don't sugarcoat things. We are being 100% honest here. So I love to create spaces where you can be like talking about certain things or expressing yourself in a certain way, and like posting those pictures to Facebook. And now we're being 100% honest. And that is that sometimes you're ugly, sometimes I'm ugly, sometimes I look ugly, and sometimes I want to look at your eyes and say this, like sometimes you're ugly, sometimes there are ugly looks, and we are being repulsed, disgusted, and we're not gonna think of everybody the same. So not everybody is gonna think the same. Not everybody is gonna like you, just as not everybody's gonna dislike you. So it really depends on the person. Like, but there are objectively unattractive people out there, but subjectively some people are gonna think it more than others. So yes, and then this problem arises that you're being disgusted by the person that you find unattractive, like getting close to you. It's like, no, 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 honey, not me, not this time. So it can be hard to get a partner as well, like when you're unattractive or when you have unattractive features. Like getting a partner that you like that you find attractive, that you find handsome or beautiful. So that's why I find a lot of comfort in being beautiful or like looking beautiful, because then I think like I can get somebody that's handsome and that looks good. I'm a lot for looks, like I'm not gonna lie. And ugly looks or unattractiveness, it turns you off. Like it kind of gets you like you don't want to deal with that person. So I'm just being honest now. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but it's subjective what you think is attractive and what you think is unattractive. But it's also a little bit objective, like like what we find for real unattractive or attractive. But we can still be attracted to another person still in another way, sexually or romantically, even if that person is unattractive objectively. But then we also sometimes find somebody repulsive as a whole, like as a person, and we're like, no, No, not me. So I had one experience like this, like one man who was older than me, and I just found him repulsive, like not attractive at all, and not somebody I would want to kiss and be close with. So we're coming to the same problem like as I'm having, I believe. Like sometimes there are people who think that I'm probably repulsive or unattractive. Like you have to be attracted to me, right? Like you want to kiss my lips or you want to kiss me and be close to me. And sometimes I find or I'm afraid that some people are not that with me. Like they are not attracted to me. So this is a lot. Like this whole thing meshed up together. Like me being depressed and where the isolation started, the reasons for that, the anxiety problems, issues, and me being jealous of others, like having those experiences I didn't have. And so me leaving parasocial relations, and now I'm giving a parasocial relation to somebody else, maybe. So first I was watching videos of others talking and stuff, and now I'm making those videos. So with the company of my OCD. But this is the reality right now we're dealing with. Now it went away, but it was hard for me to focus in the beginning. It's hard when you begin something, when you start something, I find. So yeah. Not much more to say, so I'm gonna make this to a video and talk to you later again. And I just really have to struggle my way out of this depression that I'm dealing with. I call it depression because it's like you don't want to live, and suicidal ideation and idealizing, like thinking about suicide and what it would be like to not live anymore, to be dead, and or like being dead. And that's why what I call like being close to death. Like I have been close to death, and I think this has made me grow a lot as a person, and it has humbled me a lot. It makes you also wise. Like remember me like telling or saying that being 100% honest, wisdom is, intelligence is saying to be 100% honest, but wisdom is knowing that it doesn't really do much great to be always 100% honest. But I like to always create those spaces and that time when you're allowed to be 100% honest. It's safe now to be, because no one is getting affected by it, because I'm being nice about it, but I'm being 100% honest and real. And it's the time for you to also realize to sometimes like face reality. But I'm not going to say it in an ugly way, but sometimes you have to face the reality. Like maybe I'm unattractive, maybe I'm ugly, you know, like maybe I'm unattractive. Why can't I say that word? So maybe I'm unattractive, you know, like maybe it takes some time to say, but like, you know, that doesn't mean you can't be attractive. But sometimes when you look at yourself in the mirror, you see something unattractive, and that's the point here, to be honest about it and be real about it. And maybe that can explain why some people don't get close to you. And I don't want you to get suicidal ideation here now, so I'm not going to talk more. But sometimes it's good to be honest and to be real about things. And let's just face it, when you have looks, when you're attractive or when you're beautiful or handsome, you get things like naturally, automatically. Like things just come to you. Like people come to you and they get close to you. And when you're unattractive, you have to do a lot of work, more work to get that. So yes, I think this went like it went, but I'm trying to create these spaces where I could talk like this and be honest and be real and just be the Julia I am. I have to go and eat something now, and this was just a little video about me again. And I wish I would in some video be able to be happier, but right now this is what we're dealing with, so yeah. I'm very empathetic, so if that comes across these videos, it's real. Like, I'm empathetic. I'm really empathetic. I was dealing with, I can say that here as an ending, like I was dealing with one man for 3 years or something like that. A little bit earlier already, like when I was 16, I started getting interested in him. But he was objectively unattractive. I'm gonna say it now. And I thought him as being ugly, and I didn't want to meet him. And when I saw how he looked like, but I took it as a compliment when he got close to me and approached me. But he wasn't my type, like look wise. And that's the honest opinion. Like, if it would have been somebody else, I would have done things with that person that I didn't do with this man. And so I know what I'm talking about. And if he would be watching this, then I'm sorry. But like, that's the problem. That was the problem. Like, I didn't like the looks. And I'm being 100% honest. Like, it was a little bit repulsive. He was a Scorpio. But like, I know I'm not perfect either. But you know, when you don't like somebody's looks, but I was still romantically interested in him and I was like attracted to him. So everything is possible, but his looks kind of made it still repulsive, like to kiss him and stuff like that. So, but I was interested in him, like feeling wise, I was feeling him. So, if you catch what I'm saying, like, so yeah, now I'm being a nasty bitch here. So, sometimes looks matter and stuff like that. But yes, I was really empathetic and I didn't want to break his heart and I didn't want him to find out what I was thinking, but let's get it out now. So that was a lot of the problem. But I also didn't like his personality. So he was like repulsive in different ways, like look wise and personality wise. And oh my god, and then this video would go viral and he would get known. Like, that would be horrible. Like, I'm being nice, I'm very empathetic, but now I'm being honest, and 100% honesty is like a Scorpio, and it's like, it's brutal and it's nasty, and that's repulsive. Sometimes, to be honest, to be too honest. I have to watch these videos and make them into one. I think this is a thing for me to talk. I have done it a lot, but because I struggle with my depression right now and my OCD, it's hard for me to sit down and focus. So, amateur videos. This is me at the moment. Have a great evening or day, and forget what I was talking about being repulsive or looking ugly or unattractive, but I deal with that. So then it's gonna hurt somebody else because they're gonna start thinking about their looks. But you know, sometimes you have to be a little bit selfish and self-centered and put it out there, like, you know, express your heart. Like, it's not easy being unattractive. And it's depressive to be alone. And I really appreciate my mom and everything, but I need somebody else as well to my life, and not just my mom. So, goodbye and good night.